Hello and welcome. Let's be honest. Have you ever been caught in a bit of a conversational downpour when someone asks you, Quel temps fait-il? You know that moment where you freeze up? Well, if that sounds familiar, you are definitely not alone. But don't worry, because today we're forecasting absolutely clear skies for your French weather vocabulary.
And this masterclass is brought to you by a French Rendezvous. We're Canada's premier second language school, and we specialize in helping you navigate, well, pretty much any conversational climate you can imagine.
So, what's the forecast for your French today? Well, I'm predicting a high chance of clarity, a steady accumulation of confidence, and maybe just a few light showers of new vocabulary. Sounds good, right? Let's get started.
All right, so think of this session as your own personal linguistic forecast. We're going to break down all the key grammatical patterns you need to describe the weather, not just accurately, but with real confidence.
First up, we're going to look at what I call the main grammatical weather systems. Now, these are the absolute core structures, the real foundation of any conversation you're going to have about the weather in French.
Take a look at this. This right here is like our weather map, but for grammar. You can see the different fronts we'll be covering, the il fait structure, the il y a structure, and those special weather verbs. It gives us a fantastic overview before we dive into all the details.
Okay, so with our map in hand, let's start tracking these grammatical systems one by one. We're going to follow their paths to really understand how, and just as importantly, when to use them correctly.
First on our radar is the incredibly versatile il fait, which is followed by an adjective. The best way to think about this one? It's like you're describing the mood of the weather. You know how it actually feels to be outside?
So let's look at some real examples here. Il fait beau ce matin. That just means it's nice out this morning. Or how about en salle d'archives, il fait humide. That's in the archives room, it's humid. Now, did you notice something there? Look at the adjectives. Froid, beau, humide. They always stay in their masculine singular form. This is a huge rule to remember. With il fait, that adjective never changes. It's always masculine singular.
But il fait isn't just for general feelings. It has another, more precise job, stating the exact temperature. For this, you're going to use it with a specific number. It's really straightforward. Il fait 20 degrés for 20 degrees. Or, if it's freezing, il fait moins 10 for minus 10. So you see, il fait can be used for a general vibe or a super specific number. Okay, let's move on to our next big system, il y a. Now, you probably know this means there is or there are. When we're talking about weather, you use this when you're pointing out something specific that you can actually see or feel, like wind or fog or sunshine. So for example, you'd say, il y a du vent, there's wind. Il y a du brouillard, there's fog. Il y a de la neige, there's snow. Now, did you catch those little words in there? Du, de la, and de. These are called partitive articles, and they are absolutely essential here. And here's a perfect real-world example. This is something you might actually hear on a traffic report on the radio.
Veuillez prévoir des délais, il y a du brouillard sur l'autoroute 50.
That translates to, please expect delays, there is fog on Highway 50. See, it's a formal, official use of the exact rule we just talked about. All right, and that brings us to our final major system. This one involves verbs that are, get this, only used for weather. They're special. These are what we call impersonal verbs, and they describe the weather as an action. It's like the weather itself is doing the raining or the snowing. For instance, il pleut. Simple as that. It's raining. Il neige. It's snowing. Il gèle. It's freezing. These verbs are so direct and are only ever used with il. And of course, you can use them in different tenses. For the past, you'd say il a plu. It rained. Okay, hold on. It's time for a special weather advisory. Because just like a real forecast, we need to talk about some turbulent conditions, some common mistakes we really want to help you avoid.
Okay, a few more quick pro tips to make you sound supernatural. 1, always use that partitive article. It's il y a du soleil, not just il y a soleil. 2, remember to link your words when you speak. Il y a shouldn't sound like 3 separate words, but one smooth sound, ya. And finally, the most common, natural way to ask about the weather, just say, quel temps fait-il?
All right, let's bring it all together. It's time to wrap this up and give you a clear and sunny outlook for all your future French conversations. So here is your 4-step guide, your new toolkit for perfect weather reports. Step 1. To describe a feeling or the general atmosphere, use il fait plus a masculine singular adjective. Got it?
Step 2. To point out that something is present, like the sun or wind, use il y a plus a noun, and don't forget du, de la, or des. Step 3. For a direct weather action, like raining or snowing, use one of those special weather verbs. And finally, step 4, for a more neutral description of the sky, you can use le temps est or le ciel est. It's simple, it's clear, and it is incredibly effective.
Now, what we've done here today has given you a really solid foundation, but of course, this is just the beginning of your journey to true fluency. And at a French Rendezvous, we are here to help you take all of the next steps.
You see, we're so much more than just lessons. We offer a complete learning ecosystem. We're talking about personalized courses with certified professors, an interactive platform you can access 24/7 with exercises and lessons, and a whole suite of tools, flashcards, visual aids, audio supports, all designed to fit how you learn best. It's an entire system, and it's all designed for your success.
So, if you're ready to turn your language goals into a reality, I invite you to join us at a French Rendezvous for a clear and sunny learning journey. We'll provide all the expert guidance and the support you need to finally achieve the fluency you've been working towards.
So I'll leave you with one final question. Are you ready to master the climate of French conversation?